9:38. This is still the City Breakfast Show. Let's speak to Ian Okwe. Ian Okwe is our very good friend. He is the Protocol and Administrative Officer at the Tema Development Corporation, I believe. TDC, we call them. So let's get some answers. Hopefully, we should get some answers from Ian. Ian, good morning. Welcome to the City Breakfast Show.
Morning, my brother.
How are you doing, Ian?
Fine, thank you.
Great. Ian, all right. Okay, thank you so much. Ian, today or this morning, a lot of people are not happy. I'm also not happy. People are complaining bitterly about that particular library. Is it Tema Community 5 or, adjacent to Temasco? I'm sure you know the place I'm talking about. So first question, what's the TDC's response to these concerns that have been raised by citizens and people who know the library and want to make sure that that library is kept and developed so children can have a place to go and learn?
Okay, thank you, my brother. I've lived all my life in Tema. As most people who are also on this particular issue. I attended St. Paul's, so the library is just opposite St. Paul's. To put it in perspective, the library is part of the Community 5 playing ground.
Oh, it's part of the Community 5 playground.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's put it in the right perspective. There is nowhere on our layout that there's a land designated for the library. But in constructing or in leaving a space for the playing ground, the library is part of the land use for that particular playing ground. So the total acreage is 6.18 acres.
Okay. Go on.
So if you look at the library, you will see that the library is just occupying just a minute space in that particular area.
Okay, I just want to find out something. You're saying that the library is part of the Community 5 playground, the size 6.18 acres. So I just want to ask, the land was first demarcated and then it was first a playground and then the library was built, or the library came first before the playground?
Yes, the library was incorporated in the playing ground. It was built inside the playing ground.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The library, which is part of the playing ground, and the playing ground being part of any public space, like a hospital, a school, land, let's say a land designated for recreational purposes. All these lands are vested in the care of the metropolitan or municipal assembly.
Okay.
I hope you understand me.
Yes.
Initially, when TDC was a corporation, TDC was managing every land. And with the inception of the Local Government Act, public lands like market, a hospital, playing ground, just as this playing ground, which is for recreational purpose, are supposed to be released for all the metropolitan and municipal assemblies.
Okay.
So initially, Community 5 was part of TMA. And in the year 2012, the mayor of TMA wrote a letter to TD, and that has been the convention. If they need the public space for any purpose, and that purpose must be what is inscribed on our layout. What I'm telling you, I've given copies of the letters to you. I've sent copies to Umar Sanda and the other colleagues.
Okay.
The request came that TDC should release the playing ground to TMA.
Okay.
For it to be used to construct an ultra-modern playing ground. It should be developed. And as head lead of Tema, when such a request comes from the municipal assembly, a case in point, assuming they want to do an astro test, and maybe it's going to be a joint venture between the assembly and whoever, we are mandated by the local the act to release or give the sublease to the assembly, so that the assembly can now have title to the land and develop it.
Okay, Ian, I just want to get the flow of communication. So you are saying that who wrote to who for the land to be released? TDC wrote to TMA, or it was the other way around?
No, TMA Kempis Ofosuai, mayor then in 2012, wrote to TDC, and a copy of the letter I've sent to you.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to get that clear.
And stated explicitly that that land was going to be used to develop into a modern recreational center. So it was based upon that background, based upon that caveat, that TDC released the land.
Okay.
To be frank, if you put it in the right perspective, they were not paying any rent on that land because we have something we call peppercorn. So that land is given to the municipal assembly, and the municipal assembly will now not pay any rent. But if you want to develop it into a commercial hub, then it will have to be revised, and then you pay ground rent on it.
Okay.
So moving from there, they went through a process, and as I speak to you now, the land is in the name of Tema Metropolitan Assembly.
Okay.
So, if Tema Metropolitan Assembly enters into any agreement with any party or whatsoever, that agreement in any way must still be that the land use must be a recreational center.
Okay.
And whatever is embedded in the agreement, which copies I have sent to you, is that the place must be used for a recreational purpose.
All right.
So from the TDC point of view, we've given out the land to TMA. TMA stated explicitly that they were going to use it for recreational purposes. As it stands now, nobody has even brought any drawings to TDC indicating that they are even going to do any casino or whatever there.
Okay.
For it to even effect that the land use should change, which cannot be the case.
Okay.
As I speak to you, management attention has been brought to it. The board chairman of TDC himself went to the site, ordered that they should stop work. Nobody should go there because TDC is not aware of any permits from any third party seeking to develop the place.
Okay. Ian,
yesterday when
yeah, please go ahead.
And there's another thing that we also need to understand. When that land was later on given to TME, the metropolis was divided and Tema West Municipal Assembly came into being.
Okay.
So technically, that land now falls under Tema West Municipal Assembly.
Okay. So the land is technically now under the Tema West Municipal Assembly.
Yes. Which steps must be taken in order for all these issues to be resolved? So, please, when the issues come, let's try as much as possible. The man who raised this issue, Gideon, is a very good friend. I have spoken at length with Gideon.
Okay.
He went to the site and some people told him that they were there to fence it and they were going to use it for whatever purpose.
Okay.
You see, nobody has gotten any permit or nobody has bought any permit. If you say you are going to fence, where is your permit? That is the reason why the authorities have indicated that every work should stop over there.
Okay.
Whoever has any document should bring it whilst we address the concerns of all citizens.
Okay.
Because we need to be responsive to the issues.
All right. Gideon,
as of yesterday,
sorry, Ian.
I've spoken to some of the media houses about it.
Okay. Ian, just one final question. So let's assume this evolves, right? And then people say, okay, so the land technically is under Tema West. And then Tema West says, okay, some people are here. They say they want to build whatever it is they want to build. Let's say they are departing from the original plan. Like you said, the original plan was for a recreational facility, right?
Yes.
Very good. So let's say the Tema West MA comes to you and says, oh, my very good friends at TDC, we have, yes, we know that we wanted to build a recreational facility, but the people who are the private developers who have taken the land now say they want to build something else. What will the TDC do in this case? Because you're saying that
it's a totally different matter on its own because there must be land and spatial planning discussion on this matter.
Okay.
Planning department will have to revise it and see whether that new purpose is going to even affect Tema Secondary School or the Waik Hall.
Okay.
Or St. Paul's car parking, entrance, and all those things.
Okay.
Tema was planned. and everywhere was carefully situated. So please, it's a very dicey issue.
I see.
The land use as it stands now is that it's supposed to be used for recreational purpose. Finito.
Okay.
Unless anybody applies and come to TDC for any justification, it has not been changed.
And it cannot be changed without the TDC's approval. And like you're saying, lots of processes will have to be undertaken before it can change.
Yes. My brother, we are stakeholders in development. Land use is subject to change after every 15 to 25 years.
Okay.
But it's subject to neighborhood and stakeholders consultation.
I see. Ian.
The residents have a stake in all this discussion.
Okay. We get that. Ian, thank you so much.
Even when you want to build a story building in an area which is not permitted, you need to do neighborhood consultation.
Yes, that's true.
So please, the rumors are too many. I've heard an MP say accusing the MD and all those people they sold some land to China. We don't know about anybody. All we know is that the land belongs to TME. We've given them the sublease, giving them that consent. Whoever they intend to enter into any agreement with, that land should be developed for the purpose for which it was given to them, a recreational center.
All right, Ian, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We really appreciate the clarity you provided. That's Ian Okwe. He's with the TDC, and he works as an administrative and protocol and administrative officer at the TDC.